Hi guys, this is Cobra Tom, and I'm here to do the 2002 G.I Joe versus Cobra Dr. Mindbender. And in the movie, Dr. Mindbender is still Cobra's chief science officer, and he still works for Cobra Commander. And in the movie, he has bats that fight against G.I Joe, and he is able to use his mental powers, not his mental power, he doesn't have mental powers, but his mental genius to allow Storm Shadow and Destro to use the bats' brains, or use their brains for the bats, and instead of having mindless robots out there, they're able to actually use their skills and stuff and fight against G.I Joe. Now, this version is very similar to the original. They both keep the bald head, the monocle, the mustache, the capes, the armbands, the long boots. They even have some of the same traits. They're both scientists, and they both kind of have that same kind of, I don't know, European or Eastern Russian kind of accents. They're not played by the same person, but they're kind of have that same foreign accent, and they're just the typical old man scientist. Now, I'm gonna kind of go over the action figure just a little bit himself. The cape is removable, and one of the things that I do like about this removable cape is that there is a back peg, and that fits on any of the original back holes on vintage figures. So you can give a cape to just about anybody. That's what I like about the 2002 to 2005 series of G.I Joe. They are different, maybe a little better sculpts and a little better designs, a little more updated, but the articulation, the back holes, the foot holes, they're all the same, so they can all fit into vintage action figures, foot stands, things like that. And this Dr. Mindbender has these cool Cobra symbols on his gloves, cool pouches with gold buttons or gold straps. His knee pads even have, hope that comes out, has studs on them. And his boots, the bottoms are kind of covered with, I don't know, looks kind of like almost like a snow thing, because they've got little grips and stuff on them. So, you know, it's pretty cool. His other accessories are two revolvers. And they're identical. They're exactly the same, but they're really cool and in this gold color. And I'll explain why I really like that in just a moment. And last, he came with this knife, which is ornamental, I suppose, with a, I guess, knuckle buster on there. Kind of keeps you from, when you're fighting, get your knuckles smashed. And on the knife itself, it's kind of got a snake head. I hope that's coming out, because that is really cool. And it does have kind of a texture to it. And it's a nice long blade. My only complaint about these two or technically 3 accessories, is I have an extremely hard time putting them in the hands. And the knife is a bit big. So if you feel, and I didn't break it, but I bent the thumb on mine kind of bad. And I would suggest, if you can't get it into his hand, don't force it, because I'm afraid you're going to break the thumb. Even though these are a little bit more pliable than the old vintage ones, I would be very careful. And my other tiny problem is that the guns are really loose in his hands. They don't stay in his hands very well, especially the left hand. So if you want him to kind of be the old-fashioned, come out of the saloon, gunslinger, old Western fighter, my right-hand one seems to be better than my left. The left-hand one seems very loose. But all in all, I think it's a really nice color and a nice sculpt. They look very cool. And one of the things that I like about him is, even though he's not a part of the Iron Grenadier, his color scheme very well fits the gold, the red color scheme, and black of the original Iron Grenadiers. And I actually keep him when he's not out on display. He rides along with Destro. Now mine kind of broke, which is my own fault. I was playing with it and I wrecked the gear, but I'm gonna try to fix that. But I have him as the driver of the demon tank. And even though there is no back peg or anything, he fits in there really, really nicely, just like an old action figure would. And I keep him as the leader of the demon tank. I'm sorry, the Iron Grenadier demon tank. And with his color scheme, I think goes really, really nicely with the black, the red, and the gold of the Iron Grenadiers team. And I know that he didn't fit in the continuity because during the Civil War, he was with Serpentor, and Destro kind of built his own army and was kind of setting aside all of the old Cobra stuff. I just think he looks really cool with this vehicle. When I bought this demon tank, I immediately thought, I don't have a ferret driver. This did not come with a ferret driver. I bought this at Freak Toys as is, except it did have a working clip then. I'm the one who broke that. So there's nothing to worry about with Freak Toys merchandise. That's not the issue. But I saw this guy and thought immediately on the shelf, I thought, who am I going to get to drive this demon tank? And I thought of this version of Dr. Mindbender. And I think, personally, he fits in there extremely well. I always just kind of bend his legs a little bit. I don't think you even have to do that, but you can. And I would definitely not put the thumbs on, or the hands onto the controls, because, well, quite frankly, I never put the hands on the joysticks. I'm afraid that they're going to wreck the thumbs. Even though these thumbs, like I said, are a little more bendy and a little more pliable, I just don't want to crack the thumbs off or wreck the hand putting them on joysticks or putting in a sword or a knife. I had it in before for the picture, but I'm having a lot of trouble getting it back in, and I don't think it's worth it to have an action figure break just to put one of its accessories in that you can't fit in. So that is my review. I hope you enjoyed it. This is the 2002 Dr. Mindbender, and I look forward to doing another review in the future. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and leave me some comments. I'd like to hear what you'd like me to change, what you'd like to see. Maybe you have an idea of something I should get to review. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again. Bye-bye.